Let's begin. Let's begin. Let's fully arrive. We're going to have a beautiful practice today. I just want to welcome everybody to Recovery Dharma, to the Spokane Sangha. And I'm going to take a minute and close my eyes and breathe. And one of the things I want to share with you just on a personal level in terms of what I am holding in my first person experience as I show up to this practice is I'm holding two opposing emotional landscapes. One of the emotional landscapes that is very alive and active within me right now in this moment is appreciative joy, a limitless quality of joy. I am so happy to be here. I'm happy to talk about and conclude our month-long exploration of healthy boundaries. I'm so joyful to talk about Kalyana Mitras, wise friends. And if anyone's taking notes, you spell that Kalyana. That means wise. And Mitra, Mitra, means friend. Wise friends. In traditional recovery programs, a Kalyana Mitra would be considered a sponsor. In Recovery Dharma, a Kalyana Mitra is considered a mentor. In traditional monastic environments of the Sangha, the community members, the Sangha members are all Kalyana Mitras. And I'm so happy, joyful to be in such good company with all of you. Right next to that bright, light, joyful, warm feeling, pleasant feeling landscape is an incredibly sorrowful landscape that I'm holding, deep sadness and heartache. Today is the 11th anniversary of my beloved sister-in-law's death. She died at the age of 41 of pancreas cancer. So sad and tragic and bewildering. And so I am holding that personally and on behalf of my husband, Doc, and behalf of his mother and brothers and sisters. And both of those things are true at the same time. And so I share that with you today because I feel beautifully boundaried in that the space that I have created for myself, this sanctuary that I have created for myself with low-lying, beautiful, boundaried stone walls enables me to hold both joy and beauty and wonder beside the sadness of death, the grief, the bewilderment of loss and confusion, the injustice of it. She died and left two sons who were young, elementary school aged boys. They're now young men, and she has missed out on experiencing their lives. It's so sad. And it's also not unique. This happens to millions of people all over the world and has always been part of the human experience. So why I'm staying boundaried is I don't want my joy of being here today to distort in any way or bypass in any way the sorrow that I feel and the contemplative moments that will arise throughout my day as I remember my sister-in-law Anne Marie, as I remember what she's missed out on, and as I remember to honor her best by learning to better live. And so I stay boundaried so that my grief and confusion and fear, a little bit of fear that rises within me too, doesn't spill out over my walls and spill into the spaces of others, negatively impacting them, unintentionally bringing harm or woe or even worry. So I stay protected in my beautiful space so that I can reflect and look deeply at what is happening in my emotional landscape. And so today, for our practice and our conclusion of cultivating healthy boundaries, I once again invite you to allow an image in your mind to take shape of a vast, wide open space, and have that space be delineated by walls, making sure the walls are not too high, not too thick, walls that you can see over and glance into the spaces of others who are surrounding you, who are connected to you, your friends, your family, your co-workers, all of the people that you encounter on any given day, be them well known to you or complete strangers. These people will come in contact with your borders, and isn't it nice when we can see them and see what's happening in their spaces, all the while not finding ourselves lost in their space or confused in their space, because we are in our own spaces, well boundaried, well bordered with the knowledge of what's happening in our bodies, the awareness of what's happening in our moods and emotions, the acceptance of what's happening in our minds, and the curiosity of what happens when we begin to explore our stories. Our space is comprised of the 4 foundations of mindfulness, what I just explained: body, mood, mind, story. Yesterday, I brought forward the idea of a Kalyana Mitra, people who are bordered with us, who are wise friends. Today, I'd like to invite you to consider that in your space, with you right now, is a Kalyana Mitra. And that Kalyana Mitra, that wise friend, is you. And you are amazing. You have an innate Buddha nature. That means within you, somewhere buried in there, under layers of hurt and confusion, maybe even trauma and pain, is the nature for you to awaken to the causes and conditions of what makes you suffer, what makes you uncomfortable, what makes you miserable, and act out from that place. You already possess the capacity to know all of that. Your job, my job, is to stay bordered and think of it like an archaeological dig. I've surrounded my perimeter because I am in the process of excavating a treasure, my Buddha nature. I have a habit energy of going after my innate wisdom with a jackhammer and and a pickaxe and a sharp shovel. You know, I'm a hardy farmer, people. I roll my sleeves up. I know how to get in there and dig. If we're ever in a survival situation, you want me on your team. I totally know how to work hard. But you know, some of these treasures require a much lighter touch. And so I have had to learn to cool my jets, to slow down, to offer some gentleness, to bring out some fine brushes, little spurts of air puff from like maybe an earwax cleaner, something that gives little puffs of air to brush away the debris of my confusion. Nothing too intense. To take my time revealing these treasures, revealing the preciousness of my Buddha nature. Because in doing so, I'm also revealing something in Buddhism called bodhicitta. This is the illuminated heart. The heart that has been hurt. The heart that's tender and wounded and sore. The heart that quietly, shyly weeps. The heart that would never shout out for attention. It's too shy for that. And so by gently excavating this, I come in contact with those soft places that really do ask me to be kind and gentle toward myself, to create soft places for me to land, to be forgiving, to be lenient. And by that, I don't mean to make excuses. Making excuses is a little bit like inviting myself to lie. I'm not here in the sanctuary of my space to hustle myself. I'm here to look deeply, clearly at myself. And if I come at myself too harshly, chances are I'm going to add a wound. And the reality is I'm done doing that. I don't want to keep re-wounding myself. So I'm going to be gentle and encouraging, motivating and kind. There are many ways to settle into this practice of becoming your own wise friend. And I find for me the most reliable is to speak mantras, simple phrases, and pair them with my breath. Breathing in, I say something. Breathing out, I say something. So I'd like to offer you a practice today of becoming your own wise friend in the boundaried space and sanctuary of yourself. Breathing in, I have a precious Buddha nature. Breathing out, I bow to that nature. Breathing in, I have a precious Buddha nature. Breathing out, I am kind. Breathing in, I have a precious Buddha nature. Breathing out, I go slowly. Breathing in, I have a precious Buddha nature. I meet myself with compassion. Breathing in, I have a precious Buddha nature. Breathing out, I have done regrettable things, made mistakes, been unskillful, ignorant, and confused. I bow to it all. Breathing in, I have a precious Buddha nature. Breathing out, I remember my qualities of love, joy, intelligence, creativity, playfulness, gentleness. Breathing in, I have a precious Buddha nature. Breathing out, I am the combination of my shadowed qualities and my light. Breathing in, I have a precious Buddha nature. Breathing out, in the safety and sanctity of my space, I look at it all. Breathing in, I have a precious Buddha nature. Breathing out, as I am alive, I will bring it forward for the healing of myself and others. Breathing in, I have a precious Buddha nature. Breathing out, I am here to learn ways of reducing harm. Breathing in, I have a precious Buddha nature. Breathing out, I have a precious Buddha nature. It just goes on, friends, for however long you want to play with this. And I've said so many different things with the intention and the hope that something will come alive in you. And may you listen to it, and may you follow it, and may it inspire your practice to carry on and remember your precious Buddha nature. And may you feel full permission to make this practice your own. Use the words that are true and authentic to you. And in the quiet, safe space that you've created for yourself, may you hold yourself and your precious Buddha nature with the limitless qualities of Maitri, loving kindness, Karuna, compassion, Mudita, appreciative joy, and Upeksha, equanimity, inclusivity, freedom. What a pleasure to practice with you today. Let's take a moment to just breathe together, and then we'll come back and share. Breathing in nice and slow and deep and reverently. And breathing out. Okay. With that, let's go ahead and end our practice with a dedication of merit. Ah. I'd like to bring forward the word courage. It seems to take no courage to offer love and kindness, compassion and understanding to those we like, to those who like us back and praise us and accept us. It takes great courage for us to offer love and compassion, understanding and kind presence to those who would scorn us and reject us. It takes even more courage if that scorning, rejecting person is ourselves. May these practices and this wisdom that has whispered for thousands of years find entry into your heart and mind. The mind that knows, the heart that distrusts. May it land softly and freely. May you find resonance and harmony as what the mind knows and the heart feels come together in song that only wisdom can sing. May you have courage to reflect the divinity of mystery that is you. May you have courage to bring forward love, kindness, compassion, qualities that will indeed help dispel the misery of the world. May you have courage to know that you were created for this, and being here as you are is a rare, precious jewel. Thank you for your beautiful practice today, friends. Thank you for inspiring me so deeply. Wish me luck tomorrow. I'll see you on Monday, 6 p.m. Namaste.